In 1952, a man steps off a plane in Tokyo. He's well dressed, confident, and speaks several languages fluently. He hands over his passport, official looking, complete with stamps. The customs officer furrows his brow. "Where's Taurid?" he asks. The man looks confused. Taurid? It's right here, between France and Spain. But there is no such country. Welcome back to Legends May Live, where we explore the strange, the mysterious, and the eerie. I'm Drew, and today's episode is about a man whose appearance and vanishing baffled police, and whose home country never existed. The airport was bustling with busy passengers rushing to their terminals, filing off of planes, and rushing to reclaim their luggage. This was a time before you could just pull out your phone and look up boarding and departure information, or send a text to your friends or family to coordinate a meetup or ask for directions. You had to have everything in order right at the gate, and it was very paper-centric.
We are now boarding rows 30 to 40. Rows 30 to 40 through both doors 888.
Also, 1954 was not long post-World War II, and the scars of tragedy still cast their shadows on the lives of many. Not only that, this was also a time of high Cold War tensions and rising globalization. So for Haneda, an international hub, security was strict. Any possible threat was taken very seriously, and on this day, everything was going about as well as any other day. There were a few routine checks with no real threats determined. Everything was flowing like it should. That is, until a well-dressed Caucasian man in his 40s stepped off of his flight. The man takes his briefcase in hand and passes through immigrations and customs. He's fluent in Japanese, so the whole process is seamless at first. But when he hands over his passport to the customs agent, the agent stops. He doesn't recognize the name of the country, Taurid. He calls over another agent, and as they look at the passport, it does seem to have the appropriate stamps from previous entries into Japan. It also has stamps from France, Germany, and Spain. Everything looks authentic, but that's not possible. They question the man about it, but he seems genuinely taken aback. He says, "Taurid, the country between France and Spain." To which the customs agents were even more perplexed because they don't know of such a country. So Japanese officials detain him, and they take him in for further questioning. They sit him down, bring out a map, and ask him to show them where this Taurid is. He looks down at the map, and at this point he's really frustrated and annoyed because it seems like they're playing some kind of odd joke on him, or just harassing him for no reason. But still, he's fully cooperative, and he tries to stay respectful. But when he looks at the map, he gets even more upset, because where he's identified as Taurid, the map has it listed as Andorra. Even so, he sticks to his story. Police have no idea what's going on or what to do with this man now. He appears to truly believe what he's saying, and aside from being from a country that doesn't exist, there are no other signs of mental illness. Plus, he does have a wallet with European bills and a passport with stamps showing it's not his first time in Japan. So eventually, they decide that for now they would just put him up in a hotel room overnight while they continued their investigation. There's no real evidence that he's dangerous, but it seems like this has to be a forged passport. But what about the stamps? Is it possible that there's some sort of bizarre mistake here? If the passport's fake, then why use a country that doesn't exist? Especially if you're going to put as much effort as this obviously required. So while police go back and forth on this, trying to figure out what's going on, the man is put up in a room with only one way out, and guards are stationed at his door to keep watch. But the next day, police returned to question him further, and he was gone. They open the door and they see everything's in perfect condition. The room's untouched. The bed is made. All of his personal belongings are gone. There's no sign of him. It's like he was never there. Is it possible that he really was from Taurid? A nation that doesn't exist in our reality, but rather some universe or timeline that runs parallel to our own? Some speculate that he was from another time, maybe a future where Taurid existed. Although if that were true, then why wouldn't he have recognized Andorra from his nation's history? And why would he have had nothing on him to suggest that he was from another time? Another interesting take is tied to the Mandela Effect, the strange phenomenon of a constantly changing history that some remember while others don't. Though a more grounded explanation could be that it was simply a CIA or some other organization's test of reality manipulation or psychological control. Something similar to gaslighting, to see just what they can make people believe. Whatever the case, this story remains one of the most enduring unexplained travel tales. If someone showed up tomorrow with a passport from a country that doesn't exist, would we believe them? That's it for today's episode of Legends May Live. If you enjoyed today's story, please be sure to like, subscribe, and send it to a friend who loves a mystery. Have you ever experienced a glitch in reality? A memory that doesn't match the world around you? If so, we'd love to hear it. Until next time, keep your eyes open and keep a lookout, because legends may live.